Hey guys, what is going on? And welcome back to my Halloween Horror Reviews 2021. And man, I cannot believe we were just a few mere days away from the end of October. I sincerely hope you have been enjoying the reviews this month because I have been having an absolute blast talking horror films with y'all this month. Whether these are films I like or dislike, I just love horror in general. And I really hope you guys are enjoying the reviews because I've been having a blast not only making them, but also just talking about these films with y'all this month. With that being said though, oh boy, for today's review. Oh god, what have I gotten myself into with this one? Moving on with today's review, I'm going to be talking about 2009's Halloween 2, written and directed by Rob Zombie. Let's get this. So Halloween 2 is the sequel to Rob Zombie's 2007 prequel/remake of Halloween, and in Halloween 2 we follow Laurie Strode, played by Scout Taylor Compton, who after the events of Halloween, she is psychologically fucked up to the point where she is on the brink of losing her mind. She's having these dreams, well, nightmares, let's be real, and visions of her, Deborah Myers, and Michael Myers, to the point where she feels a much deeper connection to the Myers family than she expected. And it's down to the point where she's just going deeper and deeper and deeper into madness. Alrighty guys, so let's get into Halloween 2.
Damien!
There is only one thing that I like about Halloween 2, and that is this single shot right here. I love the framing, I love the atmosphere, and it has very spooky vibes to it. Let's get on with this.
Happy Purge, you old fuck!
For some reason, I've had this feeling for the past couple of months that reviewing this movie has just been a long time coming. Like, it was a destiny of mine to review this movie this year for this month. So here we are. I want to take you guys back to 2009 when I first saw this movie. So, as you guys can tell with the t-shirt I'm wearing, I am a big Rob Zombie fan. I love his music, and I really think he is one of the greatest metal musicians of all time. At the time being, I really enjoyed his first remake. Rewatching that film recently, not so much. I saw the advertisements for Halloween 2, and knowing how much of a big Rob Zombie fan, I was begging, and I mean I was begging my mother to take me to go see this movie. Of course, I was 15, 16 years old at the time, and there was no way she was going to take me to see this movie. After school one day, my brother picked me up, and he said, okay, Mom asked me to take you to the movies. And I was like, oh my god, what are we going to go see? We went to the movie theater, and I heard my brother say, 2 tickets for Halloween 2, please. And my excitement just went up tenfold. I was hyped as all hell to see this movie, because at the time being, like I mentioned, I enjoyed the first Halloween film that Rob Zombie made, even though I have changed my thoughts completely on that film, minus one person. But besides the point, my fanboy was rising just so much. And I came out of that film, oh god, this is going to be embarrassing. I'm going to embarrass myself here for a second, but for your guys' entertainment. So, on my Facebook page, this was my post after I saw this movie. Pull up that post, please. Yeah. I said Halloween 2 was awesome. Ever since I saw that movie that time, I had not seen it again since. Rewatching this movie for this review was the second time I had seen it in over 10 years. As you all know, when it comes to me and reviewing movies, it is a rarity, and I mean a once in a blue moon rarity, where I completely change my thoughts from a movie, whether it's hating it to loving a film or loving a film to hating it. When I first saw Halloween 2, I couldn't get enough of that movie. Rewatching it as of recently for this review, I went from thinking the film was awesome to absolutely hating this movie. I thought Halloween was bad, Rob Zombie's first remake. Halloween 2, however, legitimately is one of the worst horror films I have ever seen in my life. Remember how I said in my review of Black Christmas 2019 that that film was a stain on the Black Christmas legacy? Halloween already did the damage right there. Halloween 2 is a further bitch slap in the face to the Halloween legacy. I mean no disrespect to Rob Zombie, because again, I am a massive fan of his, but I'm also a huge fan of Halloween. Not a single performance in this movie is believable. None of them are. Scout Taylor Compton as Laurie Strode. Sherry Moon Zombie appears for some reason. There's really no reason for her to even be in this movie at all. Malcolm McDowell as Dr. Loomis. Oh my god. And also Brad Dourif. I mean, what did any of these guys see in the script? Starting off, Scout Taylor Compton in this movie. Now here's the thing, and Rob Zombie's remake of Halloween, I liked the energy that Scout Taylor Compton brought to Laurie Strode, but this time around, there was just something about her that I just did not like at all. And at one certain point in this movie, she becomes the biggest bitch in this movie. Her performance as Laurie Strode is one of the worst performances I have seen in a horror film. I am going that far. She is that bad. Again, when it comes to Sherry Moon Zombie, what was her purpose of being in this movie other than being this mind control thing from Michael Myers? There's legitimately no reason for her to be in this movie. Oh, and that white horse that she has? If you guys have seen the 2007 Halloween remake, I can't remember who played young Michael Myers in that film. I'll put his name right here. Even though I didn't really find a reason why there was a prequel aspect, seriously, there was no reason as to why there was a prequel aspect. At least the kid in 2007's Halloween at least tried something with his performance. The kid here just, it's as if he was languiding the entire time. Like, are you even trying to act? I mean, again, here's the thing. When it comes to casting children in horror films, you have to make sure you're casting a child that is going to give you a great performance. It's either that child is going to do great or that child is going to absolutely bury every scene he is in, and not in a good way. This kid playing young Michael Myers is buried in every single scene he is in. And oh my god, this kid looks nothing like the other kid! Okay, I need to calm down. I am already losing my mind at the performances. But by far, the worst performance in this movie and the character that I hated with a burning passion in this movie was Malcolm McDowell as Samuel Lewis. What happened to his character? In 2007's Halloween, he actually was concerned for Michael Myers, not wanting him to break out and kill a bunch of people. And when he did break out, he felt guilty and remorseful that he failed on his mission to hopefully turn Michael back onto the good side. In this movie, he's a complete dick. He is quite literally profiting off of the misery and death of everybody from that previous year. He becomes such an unlikable prick in this movie to the point where I wanted him to die. There was a scene in this movie that legitimately just angered me to no end, and I just went like, this is not Dr. Loomis. But then out of nowhere he tries to be the hero, but come on man, it's already too late for the shit you've done. Let's talk about the script and the dialogue for this movie. There is a scene in this movie that stands out like a sore thumb amongst the many scenes in this movie, where these two characters are trying to transport Michael Myers, and the conversation that these two are having made me cringe. The character in this scene, now I recognize this actor, he was in Mandy, and if I remember correctly, I think he was also in 31, which I have not seen. I've heard mixed things about it. The dialogue that this guy says legitimately made me feel sick to my stomach. In terms of the dialogue, there's a lot of F-bombs in one scene, and in one scene, this guy is just constantly going like, fuck, 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 fuck.
Hooks. Hooks.
Also, by the way, his performance totally tacked on. And it's not just that scene, but the dialogue a lot of the time is just people swearing the whole time. It really is. Like, every single sentence, it feels like Rob Zombie puts in a bunch of fucks for the sake of people saying that word. Even I admit, I'm a potty mouth myself. But it gets to the point where it just gets a bit too much in this movie, and they just say it constantly. The script itself, I can see what Rob Zombie was trying to do and trying to showcase the mental connection between Laurie Strode and Michael Myers. But those are just briefly shown. What we have instead here are just these random scenes of Laurie Strode either losing her damn mind or mountains, and I mean mountains of violence, gore, and blood, which I'll get into later, by the way. Going back into the White Horse. What's the point of the White Horse? At the start of the film, there are these credits that's saying that White Horse, or the White Horse, is a sign of purity or something. And Deborah Myers is along with this horse for about a couple of times, maybe 2 or 3 times throughout the entire film. Let me repeat myself again. The horse is a sign of purity. The Myers family is the furthest thing from being pure. There is no point for the horse being in this movie. There's really no point in Sherry Moon's zombie being in this film other than saying, okay, Michael, it's time to kill some people now. Go right for it. It adds a supernatural element that just makes the film more silly than anything else rather than making it look cool. One thing in particular that I want to talk about, and this is something that honestly drove me nuts when it did happen on screen. There are more than a few occasions in this movie where Michael Myers does not wear his mask. When he's walking around, there actually is a couple of shots where you can see his face. I mean, there is enough shadow, but still, Michael Myers, I mean, as far as I've remembered in Halloween lore, he doesn't really go out without wearing his mask. Why was that choice made? It just did not make any sense why Michael Myers would not wear his mask, especially when it's torn off. Half of it is torn off, I should say. Well, a quarter of it. Yeah, a quarter of it's torn off. Then there's the pacing. Oh my god, the pacing. Halloween 2 is about hour 30, hour 40. This movie feels so much longer than, like, I remember when I first saw this movie, it felt long. This time around seeing it, I think I thought I got about to the third act of this movie. No. I was only an hour into this movie. This movie feels like it's almost 2 hours and 20 minutes. By the way, the director's cut is 2 hours long. This is the Halloween franchise. The Halloween franchise is full of some of the scariest moments in film history. This movie, the main question is this: is it scary? Hell fucking no. What this movie tries to do for the horror is that when it goes for the kills, it basically mistakes horror for just continuous stabbing and blood and guts. Quite literally, the horror of this movie is this. Oh, also, by the way, speaking of that, the kills in this movie aren't even memorable. It's literally just Michael Myers either beating someone to a pulp or stabbing the shit out of someone to the point where you're just like, okay, Michael, you've killed them. Seriously, Michael, you can stop right there. But there are some scenes where the kills just go on and on and on. And even worse, every kill, every scare is predictable. You can see every jump coming. Every scare, every kill, you can see coming way before they even happen. And because there are no surprises and there are no clever kills, and you can see everything coming, once again, leads to it being boring. Boring! Horror isn't violence. It's not just violence. There's so much more for a horror film for violence. I could continue giving you many reasons why I didn't like this movie, but for the sake of your time, moving on to the last thing about this movie. Moving on to the film's ending. It goes into a vision that Laurie Strode has of Deborah and the White Horse, which again, makes no sense at all. Oh my god, I almost forgot to talk about this. Okay, I need to talk about this. I believe I mentioned this earlier of how Laurie Strode makes a certain turn that makes no sense. So, in the final scene of this movie, Dr. Loomis has all of a sudden a change of heart. Goes to try and help them and tries to get Michael away from Laurie. Even before Dr. Loomis comes in, Laurie is literally going like, let me go, let me go, let me. Oh god, this next part, oh my god. Michael kills Loomis. Sheriff Bradorf gets a couple of sniper shots on Michael and he falls and impales on himself. Laurie goes up to him, and I shit you not, guys, she literally does this.
I love you, brother.
Guys, the moment I saw that, you know what it reminded me of?
That's right. your thing, cuz.
Oh, hey, remember what I'm talking about, right? And after that, this happens. What the fuck? By the way, if you thought that that ending was bad, the director's cut ending is even worse than that.
Michael, for God in heaven, die!
So much worse. Right when this film ended, I literally thought of this in my head.
It's done. Yes, Mr. Frodo. It's over now.
Thank fuck it ended. So overall, Halloween 2 is without a doubt one of the worst horror films I have ever seen. And if you thought the 2007 remake was bad, this is even worse. Halloween 2 is not only an even bigger stain on the Halloween legacy, but it is also an even bigger bitch slap to Halloween. All in all, guys, you could have all probably have guessed it. I am absolutely going to give Halloween 2 a 0 out of 5. Not only an even bigger bitch slap to Halloween, but in my eyes, an absolute disgrace to the horror genre. This movie is just, oh my god, it's bad. So comment down below and let me know, have you guys seen Halloween 2? What did you think? If you liked this movie, I am happy you did, but let me know if you liked it or disliked it, or what is your favorite Halloween, or even better actually, what is your least favorite Halloween film in the franchise of all time? Let me know below. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. I'm also on Snapchat, so if you guys want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all the links in the usernames in the description below. I hope you all enjoyed my review of Halloween 2. If so, please hit that like button, also subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell whenever the latest video of mine goes live. If you guys want to see any of my previous 2 reviews, please click right there or right there. And of course, until my next review of my Halloween Horror Reviews 2021, I'll see you all next time.